There are 145,000 gas stations in the United States. You have driven past thousands of them. And if I asked you right now, how does a gas station make money? You would say the same thing everyone says: the gas. You would be completely wrong. Not slightly wrong, fundamentally wrong. And Shell, the company with the yellow logo on every highway in 70 countries, has known this since before most of you were born. Convenience store sales account for roughly 30% of a gas station's revenue, but they generate approximately 70% of all profits. The hot dogs rotating on a metal rack at 7 a.m., the Red Bull, the Snickers you grabbed because it was just there. That is the actual business. The gas is just the door. According to NACS, the National Association of Convenience Stores, the gross margin on a gallon of fuel is about 35 cents. After credit card fees, distribution, and labor, net margin drops to roughly 13 cents per gallon. 13 cents on a product that costs $4. Fortune has reported that the net profit margin on gasoline is typically less than 2%. A typical station sells about 4,000 gallons a day. Do the math. 4,000 gallons, 3 cents per gallon, that is $120 in daily fuel profit. A lemonade stand in a good neighborhood makes better margins. Shell serves approximately 32 million customers per day globally. In the United States alone, Shell has a brand presence at approximately 12,000 fueling stations across 49 states. 32 million people a day, every single one of them standing next to a convenience store. And Shell knows something about those 32 million people that they do not know about themselves. Most of them are going to walk inside. According to NACS data, more than 57% of all customers who stop to refuel also come inside the store. More than half. You think you were stopping for gas. Shell thinks you were stopping for gas plus whatever happens next. The coffee you did not know you wanted. The water bottle you convinced yourself you needed. The candy bar that appeared near the register for no reason at all. It appeared there for a very specific reason. Every refrigerator in the back forces you to walk past everything else. The coffee machine is positioned to create a smell radius that reaches the fuel pumps. The checkout counter is a carefully designed gauntlet of high-margin impulse items. A machine that makes somewhere between 25% and 40% margin on every single item inside it. Compare that to the 1% on the fuel. Shell's own annual report for 2024 shows $284 billion in total revenue. $284 billion. More than the entire GDP of Finland, more than Portugal, more than New Zealand. Shell's net income in 2024, $16.52 billion. Now, here's the part that will restructure how you think about oil companies. Shell does not primarily make that money selling you gasoline at the pump. Shell finds the oil, extracts it, ships it, refines it, sells it wholesale, sells it retail, sells lubricants, chemicals, and liquefied natural gas to power plants. By the time the fuel reaches your car, Shell has already made money on it at least 3 times. The margin at the pump? Almost an afterthought. What Shell actually wants is the relationship. 32 million daily touch points with real human beings who are already stopped, already out of their car, already in a buying mindset. That is not a gas company. That is a media network disguised as a gas station. Here is the joke the industry has been telling since the 1970s. When oil prices go up, gas stations do not get rich. They get squeezed. Higher crude prices mean higher wholesale fuel costs. Stations have to raise prices at the pump. But customers are price sensitive on fuel in a way they are not on almost anything else. Meanwhile, the price of a Red Bull inside the store does not change when crude oil hits $90 a barrel. The Snickers does not care about OPEC. Shell reported second quarter 2024 profits of $6.3 billion in a single quarter. Now think about what percentage of that came from a Snickers bar and a large coffee. The answer is more than you think, and the percentage is growing every year. Because Shell, like every major oil company watching the energy transition, knows something uncomfortable. Electric vehicles do not need gasoline. There are currently around 50 million electric vehicles on the road globally. By 2030, the IEA projects that number could reach 300 million. Shell's fuel business has a timer on it, which is exactly why the convenience store is not a side business anymore. It is the succession plan. Shell has announced plans to divest around 500 Shell-owned sites globally in 2024 and 2025, while simultaneously pushing ahead with EV charging and convenience store growth. They are selling some gas stations while building more convenience stores. The future Shell imagines: you plug in your EV. It takes 20 to 45 minutes to charge. You are not going to sit in your car. You are going to walk into the store, where the coffee is waiting, where the sandwich is waiting, where the loyalty app is offering you a charging discount if you spend $12 inside. The EV transition that was supposed to kill gas stations is actually giving convenience retail the longest dwell time per customer it has ever had. Instead of a 4-minute fuel stop, Shell gets 45 minutes with you. 45 minutes with a captive customer who has nothing to do but spend money. The oil company did not accidentally survive the green energy transition. It built the green energy transition into its retail strategy. If this changed how you see the next gas station you pull into, subscribe to Shark, drop a like, and tell me in the comments what other business looks completely different when you see how the money actually moves.